Hey guys, Lydia here with Foxglove Manga, and I just got my new IKEA shelves that I've been waiting for forever, and I'm so excited because that means that I get to organize my manga a little bit so they have some room to breathe. So I figured I've actually been watching a lot of manga organization videos, and at first I thought, this seems like a silly thing to watch, like that's just people doing work, and then I got very addicted to it and relaxed, so I get it now. So I'm going to do a nice relaxing manga organization video. First I'm going to talk just a little bit about my plan for reorganizing the shelves, and then I'll just start to move things around. I'll talk a little bit in between about my thought process, and there'll just kind of be some zen moving things around. So I hope you enjoy it, and remember to like and subscribe if you want more manga videos. Now that I have the shelves too, there will also be a more detailed collection video coming pretty soon. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. On these shelves, as you can see, I do end up normally having to do some double stacking, and so these shelves are a little shorter. This bookshelf is a custom that was built by my father-in-law, and for different kinds of books, but these are like paperback size. They don't have room to double stack. These are IKEA Billies. So what I'm gonna do is, since these can't really move around because they don't have any flexibility, I think I'm gonna put all the nice hardcovers up here on the top, and then I'm gonna put completed series that I've already read on these few shelves here. And then I'm gonna start going in roughly alphabetical order, but I'm gonna try doing some things a little more by size, and also I'm gonna put longer series in the back, because when I originally tried to do it strictly by alphabetical order, it kind of drew me crazy, like having a lot of long series together, and they were all sort of jammed in. Like now I've moved some of these into my husband's collection, but at one point I had Berserk, Attack on Titan, Basara, Barakamon, Boys Over Flowers, Black Butler. Like, all this B stuff was really long, and it was all kind of like jammed together, and it was obnoxious. So I'm gonna let longer series breathe a little more. So I'm gonna start with getting those on kind of their own shelf, and then work the smaller series in around them so that they're a little easier to move as different things come in. So that's the plan. And I might also try to do more like by size, because that way you don't have the thing where things are kind of sitting, you know, like this, because you have a smaller one and a larger one if you have to put a couple on top. That also drives me crazy. So we'll see how that goes. This is kind of experimental. This drives me nuts about manga spines. Like, this one has the volume at the top and the words going this way. This one has it going the other way. It drives me nuts. I'm like, how do I do this? It's a little hard to see the top shelf. I'm gonna put Boys Over Flowers up here. I'm gonna take Paradise Kiss. I'm gonna leave it on these shelves because I've read and loved it, but I'm gonna move it down a little because it starts with P, and I'm trying to be kind of alphabetical. I'm not a fan of having series broken up among shelves. It's just like a nitpick with me. I think that's about it for now. I will be filling that up as I read more series. Unfortunately, a lot of things don't fit on these shelves. Like, you can't fit any yen press. You can't fit most Kodansha or Viz Signature, so it's a little limiting. But as I read and finish and more series get completed, I will put them up here on these shorter shelves. You know, it just occurred to me, since I have an entire empty shelf, I should have started with the Z, Y, and gone up from there. Durr. Oh well, we'll do some A's and then maybe do it that way. Whew, it's hard work. Okay, I don't know if I like the size plan after all, because everything is like a slightly different size, as it turns out. Somehow in my brain I thought there were kind of standards, but it seems like you'd have to do it by publisher if you were going to do that. So now you know, in case you're ever thinking of doing that yourself. And apparently it's so hot that not only am I melting, but my camera is turning off because it is overheating, which I've never seen before. But I'm going to, I decided these first 3 shelves are going to be letters A through D. Let's just do it like that. So I'm going to put Dengeki Daisy down here. I'm still learning like camera angles and how to get all that straight, so bear with me. I'm gonna have to like watch it and go, oh, I made so many mistakes making this video, and I'll get better at it, but that's the way it goes. Okay, there's actually a lot of series that start with the letter F. So I've got the F and E. The only E is Everyone's Getting Married, which I'm not sure I'll keep anyway. I'm currently reading it and I'm enjoying it. I'll talk about that at the May reading roundup. But so we've got, this is the F shelf and it's looking pretty good. So I'm gonna stop and make lunch and then work on G and H, which there are a lot of manga that start with those letters. Alright guys, it's now later in the afternoon and I have made a huge mess, manga everywhere, so now I need to put it all back together. There's probably a smarter way I could have done this, but oh well. These in my husband's collection, actually. He has all the ROE stuff, and he's the one who bought them. He kind of I read a lot of his series, but if we kind of organize it, but like who actually took the initiative to buy it, at least he was like, well, why don't you just keep all the manga together? But then there's some things that I have that he would never read, and some things he has that I would never read, so I just kind of prefer keeping them separate that way. And then when I go browse his collection, it's like walking into something new. I've spent like the last few minutes trying to figure out where the rest of Gakko and Alice is, and I know it's here, but I can't find it. So I guess we're just gonna proceed. There's the rest of Gakko and Alice, and what else is back here? Yeah, there's got to be a better way to do it. I'm not the most organized person. And now I'm going to try to do M through O. There's a lot that start with those letters, so we'll see how this goes. Okay, I think that'll do it for that section. And now I'll move on just the bottom two, which hopefully P, Q, and R will fit in there. I don't know if they will. Might have to get a little creative here. There are a lot of P series. It's gonna be tight, but I think we can do it here. Okay, I made it to the final shelf. I am very hot. I had to take a lemonade break. It is a super hot day. It doesn't usually get that hot here, but of course today there is no breeze, it's super muggy, and I'm trying to shelve all this manga, so I'm exhausted, but it also is so beautiful that I can't help but want to plug away at it and just call it done by the end of the day. So I'm going to put S and T on here, and we'll just see how it goes. Took a little break to let the camera cool off a little bit. It's getting as hot as I am. It's definitely getting tight in here. It's making me think. I maybe, now that I have the shelves that are like very clear segments, maybe I should change my reading process a little and not read in alphabetical order, but kind of pick one series from each block of the shelves. Then I'm kind of like clearing things out from every section on a regular basis so that I can keep things kind of, I'm not always kind of shuffling everything around every time I get rid. of a series that I didn't totally love. That makes a lot of sense, right? Okay, after a long, hot day, we have finally arrived at the final shelf. So, obviously, Yone of the Dawn, gonna be the big title of the bottom, take up a lot of room. I don't have any manga that start with Z, so that one is gonna be the big. And I can probably squeeze Vampire Knight next to it. Okay, I'm back after taking another little break when the computer ran out, the camera ran out of batteries. So I was almost done. Now I'm gonna finish it up. Sailor Moon should have actually gone higher, but it kind of fits nicely there, so I'm just gonna do that for now until I get more of them. And it looks like we're done, and that actually wasn't too bad. Things actually had a pretty good amount of room, so I'm gonna do a quick little finishing tour. And of course, I almost forgot one last very important thing about shelves, putting up all the little doodads. So I'm gonna decorate this shelf. We got some little Gundam mobile suit models. This is the Hammurabi. This was actually my favorite to play in the Gundam video game. What is that thing called? I'm blanking. I'll have to put in comments. We got Saito Hajime from Kenshin. These very faded Hello Kitty Pez dispenser type things. I got these in like an Easter basket or a Christmas stocking when I was a kid, and I just kept them because it's Hello Kitty. They're so cute. They'll look good in front of Boys Over Flowers because they're pink. Then, of course, got my little Gundam thingies. Oh, of course, it's probably not the right base. Dynasty Warriors Gundam. That's what it's called. Like, ugh. I should know these things. But you know how it is when you're making a video and your brain just kind of craps out on something that is very obvious. VB plushie from one of my, not my favorite Final Fantasy game, because as you'll find out if you watch this channel long enough, I am hardcore obsessed with Final Fantasy IV, which was my first exposure to Japanese storytelling and culture ever, and Final Fantasy VI being second, but it's probably 9 after that, and this little guy's just classic Black Mage design. Got the Legend of Galactic Heroes keychain set. I think what I might do, although I'm not going to do it the second, but I might put little tiny nails in here just to like dangle them. But for now, I'm just going to like, they don't really stand up on their own, so that's why I'm thinking I need to do something so that you can admire them. Then I'm gonna do a quick little unboxing. I've been waiting to unpack these guys forever. I was just waiting for my shelf to be a little more organized. These are the Legend of Galactic Heroes figures, Kotobukiya, and they are a very nice likeness. Legend of Galactic Heroes is my favorite anime, the original one that's like 10,000 episodes long. But we watched it all, and I just love these characters, and it's very operatic, and I cried so much when we got to the end. Like, I cried so much that I have at the time I wasn't actually watching that much anime or reading manga. I was like busy with life, and we got sucked into it, and we got to the part where something sad happens. I won't spoil you, but something sad happens, and I was just so devastated that I was like emailing a friend I hadn't talked to in a really long time, like, help, anime destroyed me. I'm just crying so hard. It's like I lost a pet, at least, maybe even a friend. So it's one of those anime that will kill you, but then at the same time it's really good. So had to get the figures, and it's very exciting to take them out of their packaging finally. Very nice. I think I might put him over here for now. Yeah, you can see him. Oh, that's actually a good angle. And then, of course, also got to have Reinhardt. These two are kind of rivals that respect each other, which is always a fun trope. And I don't buy a whole lot of stuff to adorn my shelves. In fact, my husband's kind of bought most of the stuff that I do have, but it's nice to have a few things. Mainly, I don't like to move things out of the way when I look at my manga. So, plus I'm kind of stingy, and I'm like, well, I can't read a figure, even though I clearly am buying more than I can read, so maybe I should buy more decorative things, but that's just the way my brain works. Oh, he looks so nice, though. These are very nice figures. Okay, so after a hard day's work, I now have 4 shelves that are all organized, and I am wishing that also this is my stuff I've read this month, so spoiler alert. This is my whole collection. This is about as much room as I'll ever have to keep it, because I have many other books and records and all kinds of other things. So this is pretty much like maximum allotment for manga, but that's fine. It holds about, I mean, I think I counted roughly about 1,700 titles on these shelves, and I could just shove more on there if I really wanted to, but chances are I'll probably read it about as fast as I accumulate it fairly soon. So I got Reinhardt and Yang kind of divided, but on the same level, and it's looking great. I can't wait to just sit down and read some. I wish that I was retired, except I don't. I'm not ready to be old enough to be retired yet, but I just can't wait to dig into more of this stuff. It's so exciting. It just looks gorgeous. So if you've stuck with me this whole time, I hope that you enjoyed it and found it relaxing. And remember to like and follow me. And I'll be doing some more videos soon, a proper collection tour and unboxing of all my packages, all that sort of thing. So I'll see you soon.